Here we go. This is one of the first things I do pretty much every morning after I've gotten up and moved around, drunk some water, gone to the bathroom, all that stuff. Maybe you're catching the news. Maybe you just need to take a moment and have a little prayer for your day. This is what I do. So I'm going to encourage you to do it, whether you have joints replaced or not, but especially if you have joints replaced. Are you ready for this? So I'm going at this as if you have already walked around, gone to the bathroom, maybe eaten something. And I have two things here that I'm going to use when I'm in the floor. Yes, you can do it standing, and I am going to get right into the floor. But if you have a weight, it's not just for your hands. We're going to use it. Now I have in the floor for our foot, I have this as well. But you don't have to have one of these. Okay, it's just a cylinder. You can have a can of food or a weight. See this? We're going to use those on the floor in just a second. So I have my pole where I can get it. Let's say you've moved around and you're just not feeling it. And you're just like, oh, I'm just so tired. I just don't think I can, it's a gray day. I have my little light box here. My lights are on. This is what I do. I am not kidding you. When I get up in the morning, if my back feels even a little bit tight from all the shoveling that I've been doing, I just go to a floor space, wherever it might be. Yes, you could do this up against the wall, a lot of it. But let's say you just don't feel like getting down without an assist. I want everybody that's coming on with me to grab your chair and to just do a little split stance, hands and knees. This is what I do pretty much every morning, but especially if I'm thinking, oh, let me not do anything today. I'm just to this or to that. Especially on those days. This is what I want you to do. Do you see what I'm doing here? Yeah. I'm just getting down into the floor just like you were going to lay down in your Betty Bye. Okie dokie. See how my knees are? Yeah. So I'm going to split my knee position. See, my legs are bent. See that? And I'm just going to go this way first. We've done this before, but I usually haven't led with this. I'm leading with this today because this is going to get us to a very important move that you need to do if you're feeling tight in your back. So I hope you're in this position. And then you just take your elbows out and you put the side of your head down and you just breathe. Okay, so your knees are separate, they're bent. You're down with your elbows up, and you can turn your head to the side. I like to put my forehead down, turn my head to the other side. So I actually start by turning in a big range my neck. Okay, when you're in this position, come back to the forehead, come back to the ear, and now just take a breath and just meld into the floor. That means you've got to get rid of the tightness in your shoulder. Drop your shoulders down. And at the same time, this leg is supported down. This leg is down, supported. I'm doing a big turn to get into this position. Okay, so this is a big transverse kind of a turn. I can do my head and my neck in all three positions, right, left, and in the center. Now drop your shoulders. Again, drop your shoulders when you're in this position with your elbows here. A lot of us like to yank our shoulders up. So keep your shoulders down. Take a big deep breath. Okay? After you've been there for a while, and depending on the tightness of your back, you may want to be on that side a little longer, maybe on the other side a little longer. but we're going to combine a lot of very important moves. So see, I'm right here. I'm going to come up. I'm rotating my knees, so I'm from here to here. And you notice I'm rolling on the back part of the hip. So I open and I go to the other side, and then I open the hip and I go to the other side. And then you turn and you come down. And you put your elbows to the side and you put your ear to the side. Your knees are bent down. Then I can take my forehead to my hands and then I turn the other side. You're going to be much tighter on one side of your neck than on the other. That's kind of normal. Okay, very important right now. Drop your shoulders. Drop your shoulders, take a big breath, and then just be, okay, just meld right into the floor. Your knees are down, your one hip is down. Take a big deep breath through the nose. Drop your shoulders, drop your shoulders, drop your shoulders. Then pull those elbows under. Then come back. And you're right here again. Your fingertips are pointed forward. And you're going to rotate and lift this hip right here. See that? You're going to lift this hip. You're going to bring this hand back. This is for Kay. I saw she just came on. Get down there, Kay. You got to get this done. See here? So see, I'm in the same position as I was before, supporting here, but I'm opening. Now we're going to use our bar when we're down on the floor in just a second. But we're going to turn and go to the other side. And we're going to open that arm. Take a big deep breath. Open that arm, open that arm, open that arm. Drop your shoulder, drop your shoulder, drop your shoulder. Come back down and around. And here we go. Right here. Hands. Slide yourself down. Put your elbow down, elbow down. You're going to go right on down, right on down, right on down. Right there. Put those hands in a big Y on the ground. But it's very important right now that you drop your shoulders. Okay? Your head is in the back here, looking up. So you're in neutral spine. See? Ear, shoulder, hip. You ready? This is the move. I did all that to get you to here. And I'm going to just drop both legs. Now, right now, you got to drop your shoulders again. Got to drop your shoulders. You're going to go way out. And you're going to go up with your hands as far as you can. Drop your shoulders. Drop your shoulders. Woo! Push this knee on top, down, until you feel the stretch right there. It's in this position right now with your shoulders down that you got to just take a few moments, okay? Even if you can hang out here for 30 seconds, a minute. This is when you put on news, maybe not news, music, something, and you just think through your day. Then you come back up and see that holding gives your quad a chance to help your tight hips loosen up, which in turn helps your tight back. Okay, drop your shoulder as you're turning. Drop. See this? Drop. Drop. Get that knee down as far as you feel you can. You're just pushing on it. See, you're just pushing on it right there. Palms are up. Drop your shoulders. Just hang out here for just a few seconds if you can even do 10 seconds, if you can do 30 seconds, if you could stay right here with your shoulders down for up to a minute, that would be excellent. And your feet, you should be feeling a stretch on this top leg. This is my hip replace side. This is my knee replace side. And I can tell you I'm much tighter on this quad than the other one. So those of you like, those of you out there that have both hips replaced, I understand. Drop your shoulder, take a breath. Take a breath. So probably half of this whole thing is breathing through your nose. Feel your diaphragm. Drop your shoulders. Okay, 10, 9, push your knee down. 8, 7, drop your shoulders. 6, big breath through the nose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh. And then come back. Now, instead of just doing nothing, we're going to go right straight into a dead bug. And we've done this before. This is such a good thing to do right off of a big transverse move like that, where you're letting your legs and you're getting your back the time to connect, to get going. And then I'm going to just put my hands here. You can put your hands here. So whichever you like to do. Hopefully you've got your head down. You're breathing in through your nose. You're going to go point, flex, point, flex, and then go around. Turn your feet in so that you kind of put your feet together. And then you turn them out and you rotate your knees in. So you're getting all that rotation through the hip joint. Okay, so when you come in, you're coming right in there like that, trying to put those feet together. Then you're going to go out with them and you do point flex, point flex, point flex. Go into your dead bug. You're holding it right here. You're going to take one leg down, then the other leg down. You're going to go all the way to the side. See that? Then you open. Yeah, drop those shoulders right now. Woo! Drop those shoulders, drop those shoulders. Both knees are to the side. Very important. Coming down to this position and getting out of this position, you want to go one leg at a time. See, I come there, then I come here. See that? Take a big deep breath through the nose, drop your shoulders, and keep your 90 degree at your hip. Then you're going down, 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 down. Okay? Take a big deep breath through your nose. Woo! Big breath through your nose, drop your shoulders, and just kind of go to the side there. Just hang out there for a little bit. Just hang out there. Okay, now bring one leg up, other leg up. Now we're going to put our feet, excuse me, I'm going to use I told you I was going to use these. You can either have a cylinder like this, or you don't have to buy anything. Use a can of food, or a little barrel with your weight. Okay, if you've got free weights, it's not so easy to use it with the other ones. Okay, so I'm assuming you're on the floor. You see what I'm doing here? See what I'm doing? I can either do it with my cylinder, or I can do it with that free weight. And I just roll it out. Move it back over, it gets rolling. And you want to just roll it out. You want to go as far out as you can and then pull in tight. See that? You roll it back and forth. Push into the instep. Push all the way from the heel down. And you just give it a roll. Okay? And you can do it with the cylinder, with a can of food, or with your weight, your free weight. Okay? So you get the rolling action going. Once you've done that, with your feet. Bring them out, slide one leg, slide the other leg, and just go into the ground. This is one of the primary moves in a program to help people with osteoporosis. It's a realigning move is what it is. And you see the back of my head is down. Some of you are going to have a very hard time in this position because your head is going to be like this because you have a forward head. So what I'm telling you is you gotta go little by little. So for instance, if you're really having a hard time, get your balance pad and put it under your head. Okay. Keep dropping your shoulders and you're just straight down here, and I'm just going to keep doing pointing and flexing while I maintain a little space under my back. Okay. Then I'm going to tell you to pull your belly button in and then release it. Pull your belly button in and then release it. Okay. Find those muscles there. Pull your belly button in and then release it. It's a point flex and then around and around. When you're on the floor, this is a perfect time to do ankle foot circles and points and flexes. And why it's so important is especially for people with Achilles problems, with plantar fasciitis problems, it gives this part of you a chance to just be there in good neutral spine. You maintain that little small in your back, and then you start to bring your hands up over your head as far as you can. My couch is in the way, but you get the idea. Okay, so it's just moving those ankles, moving those ankles, moving those ankles. Then you're going to slide a leg up. You're going to take a big deep breath through your nose, fill up your diaphragm, push back down, exhale. Okay, now my whole foot is right here, right? Correct? And all I'm going to do is I'm going to act like I'm going to push myself up, but I don't really. Okay, this is a very subtle move. But for people with joints replaced, people with hip issues, people with back issues, if you want to work more into your abdominals without a lot of stress and strain, learn this move. See my foot? I'm going to push and I'm going to act like I'm going to lift, like I'm going to go way up, but I'm going to hang out here for a little bit. So I'm not touching my butt. I'm just hanging out here for a little bit. My heel is down on the other leg, and then I'm just going to come right back down. Okay? Take a big deep breath again. Fill up your diaphragm. Okay, we're going to do another couple of these. So I'm right here. Bring your leg in. Bring it back. Okay, get ready. Your hands are right here. Palm up, shoulders down. Start tightening in your butt. And you're going to just lift. Or you're going to act like you're going to lift, but you're really not. You're just getting your butt off the ground a tiny bit. That's not really what a lift is, okay? So I want you to understand that these very subtle moves have profound effects all through your core, your hips, your gluteals, your ankles, your legs. Okie dokie. Take a big breath through your nose. Get ready. Okay, bring that heel close to your butt as you can. And now you're just going to act like you're going to lift. And you just kind of hover. See how I'm just hovering right there? I'm not really lifting my hip a lot. It's just hovering right there. And I'm going to hang out here for a little bit. And then I let it come back down. And I release. And I bring that leg in. And I bring that leg up. Okay? So the key on this particular phase of this whole movement sequence is don't do this. See, keep your knee in over the belly button and then just make it go as far up as you can, but don't open here. Don't open at the hip. Keep that hip right closed so that the knee is over the belly button. You got it? Okie dokie. Point flex, bend that knee, take it out to the side, bring it back in. This is my hip replace side. I'm not harming it. I'm getting this nice range of motion going, and then I'm crossing over one more time. One more time, crossing over. My shoulders are both down. That's the key here. Even if your knee doesn't come all the way over here, keep your shoulder down. Don't let your shoulder come up off the ground. Got it? Okie dokie. Here we go. Bring it back. I'm right here. I'm going to slide that leg down, bring the other leg up. So now here we go on the other side. Now, if you're really observant and you're watching, if you're able to see me here, you will notice that my heel is not coming in as tight to my gluteal as this one, because this is my knee replace side. It's very tight, okay? But that's okay. It needs this kind of work more than anything. So I'm going to keep my arms open. I'm going to keep my shoulders down. Take a big breath through my nose, and now squeeze the butt. Start pressing on the whole foot, and act like you're going to really lift your hip, but you only hover. See, I'm just hovering right there. Just hovering, 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 hovering. Yeah, take a breath through your nose. Fill up your diaphragm, release. And you want to try to hover for maybe 10 seconds, maybe 30. Okay, release, bring it down. If you start to cramp a little bit, of course, just take your leg out nice and slow. Okay, we're going to do about 2 more of these. So I can't get my heel in quite as tight because this is my knee replace side, but I'm going to push on my whole foot and I'm going to hover. See, I'm going to bring my hip up so I'm hovering over the ground there. I'm not really lifting like a big lift like a huge, movement, bringing your hip way up into a bridge. I'm not doing that. I'm just hovering. And then I'm going to come back down. Take a big deep breath right now. Drop your shoulders. Yes. Get ready. And press into that foot and lift. So here we are. Here we are. My butt is tight on that side. I got my heel here. My hips are just hovering over the ground. I'm pushing with my feet. Take a breath. And then I'm going to come down. And then I'm going to take my leg out and over. And if you come over and you cross your midline, your knee is bent, but keep your shoulder down. Take a big deep breath. Drop your shoulders. Yes. Big deep breath. Yeah, just like that. Hang out here for just a little bit. Okay, take a big breath. Drop your shoulders. Bring that leg up and over. And then we're going to go out with it. See how I'm going out with it? Yeah, this is my knee replace side. This is my hip replace side. So I'm taking this leg out as far as I feel I can. Hanging out there for a little bit. Then you're going to bring it right back in and come right back to the dead bug. Right there. Okie dokie. Just like that. Big breath. Now I'm going to take my heel tap and my heel tap. So here's the deal. Yeah, if I took and I extended my leg, I could get quite an intense work in through my abdominals, okay? Okay, I'm still doing a pretty good work right here. But here's what's not happening. I'm not straining. Okay, take a breath. Exhale, tap. See that tap? Now just do some repeated tapping. And if you're keeping a neutral spine, so that means you don't crash or crunch your spine into the floor, you keep the natural curve. Okay, and you just do those little taps. Okay, drop your shoulders, take the other leg, and you're just going to take and tap. And when you're taking it to the floor, you keep a little tiny space in your lower back. But if I touched you right here, if you punch yourself while you're tapping your heel in this particular position, you will feel that contracting going on right there. But it's very doable and it's very beneficial because I'm working with my breath. Take a big deep breath. Exhale, tap. Don't let the back come up and don't crash it down. Keep it right in that neutral spine, right layer. And then come back up. And the legs come up and we point and we flex. And here, you may not be able to do both legs straight up. That's okay. What I'm trying to coax you to do and coach you to do is to get greater flexibility back here. You don't do that by doing this. That just puts a strain on your back, on your stomach. So keep your knees over your belly button. And then one at a time, work with your leg to stretch through in a dynamic, that means moving, kind of a mobility move. So it's not just a stretch. You're moving through it. So you're right here. Take a big breath and you exhale. Don't make it shake. Don't make it be painful. Keep one knee bent. Take the other leg up. One knee bent. Take the other leg up. See that? If you could just do some of these little kicks. They're not kicks, but you get the idea. Okay? You're putting that gentle off and on stretch right through here. Okay, bring those back down. Try to put those feet together again. Bring those ankles into you and just rotate back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Keep your elbow in your knee as it's opening. Breath, 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 and breath. Then we come back down. We roll to the side and we're right here. From here, you can roll to the other side, right here. And as you roll, you stay open and you roll. So my guess is when you get down into the floor and you get to this point, you just go, oh, that's enough, and you get up. Well, you would be missing out on a big component of balance. Because when I go from this elbow and I come here and I transfer to here and I go to this elbow, I am changing positions and moving my head in such a way as to get a very good and safe vestibular reset in my inner ear. So I'm going to go from here. I'm going to watch my shoulder. I'm going to come here, use my stomach, go here, and move here. Some of you are going to notice that if you do this and you do it too quickly, you're going to get dizzy. And what a better place to get dizzy than right down here, because you just don't have that far to fall. I hope you're laughing. It's true. You might get dizzy, and some of you say, well, that might get me nauseous. Slow down. If that's happening with you, barring any other physical kind of issues that you might have going on, you're the very one that needs to do this. So see, I come from here. I bring my legs here. I'm opening my shoulders, the chest. Take a big breath, and I come here. And I'm working through back, side, front, in the core. I'm working through my shoulders, I'm working mobility, and I'm working that inner ear right here. So as you're going around, don't let your eyes just spin. We're gonna do it one more time. And I hope you're gonna remember this, because instead of just getting down into the floor and doing this, the floor work, and before you get up, if you could just see your way through of doing a set of 6, a set of 3, a set of 6 to 8 of these side to side rotations. It works to open up your shoulders. It works to give your core a good stimulus. And man, does it help that inner ear functioning. Okay, so after you've done it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, then you're ready to sit. Now you're ready to sit. Okay, and do you see what I did? I put my feet right up against this. You don't have to. You could put your feet very easily into your chair. See that? You can put them right there. Okay, hopefully it doesn't move. The point is, you can put it on a wall, you can put it on a couch. You don't really want to push out. Okay, then you're going to open and close. Now, I can hear you right now. I can't sit like that. That's very hard. Just try. Take one leg up. I'll take this leg up so you see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm sitting here on my sit bones. That is not possible for a lot of you, and I know that. So I'm giving you an out here. Open and put your hands back here. But what you cannot do is you cannot flex your back here, okay? That's gonna just divert from exactly what I'm trying to do with you. So I'm gonna use one straight leg, one bent leg. I'm gonna open, I'm gonna lift the rib cage, and then I'm gonna push myself forward. Yeah, so that I feel a stretch. Now, if you can put both legs down, great. If you can't, then keep one knee up as you come into these the outstretched legs. Okie dokie. So as I'm coming down here, it's through the hip. You gotta say rib cage up, okay? Big breath, shoulders down, coming right through the middle. If you can grab your toe, grab your toe. If you cannot, keep your knee bent. That's okay. Then grab that toe. That's okay. Okay? But come forward. This is a big, huge hip back mobility train. Right here. Big breath. I'm going to come up. I'm going to open one leg. I'm going to bend the other leg. I'm going to move toward this leg. See that? So this changes a little bit. So say rib cage up. You can come straight forward as far as you can. Yes. Then you move back through the hip. You bend one knee. You turn and you head toward this leg right here. Okay? Keep that toe pulling back. Do not round your back. Okay? So just a couple of these, and holding is excellent to do. Just excellent to do. Now, I'm gonna turn and we're gonna go to hands and knees. Okie dokie. So I'm right here again. I'm gonna put my hands here. Before I go to my hands and knees, I'm gonna do one more big mobility move. And I could do it on both sides. You know, if I was really sore in my back or tight, or I just, oh man, it's just, you know, for whatever reason, you did too much shoveling, you sat too long, you did too much of something. I will slide down again to here. See that? And just see how everything's feeling. Then I might come up and I might go over to the other side. And I will come right down here. So I want to get that mobility going on the floor. Yeah. Then I'm going to come to my hands and knees. So now I'm at my hands and knees. Right here. And now I'm going to think about shoulders on my hands and knees. Now I'm going to think about my chest. Now I'm going to think about all my pectoral muscles, all my back muscles, my neck muscles. I'm going to keep my chin tucked. I'm going to drop down, then I'm going to come back. See what I'm doing with my shoulders? Big breath through the nose. Okay. Nice little open stance with the knees. If it hurts your hands, go to your fist and then spend some time trying to rotate and put your palm up, and don't put much pressure. I just want you to be able to have mobility through your wrist, through your forearm. So we do a lot like this. We don't do a lot like this. But when you do this, don't put a lot of pressure. All you want to do is try to straighten your arm. That's all you want to do with your hand in this position. Then you come back. It might be a little bit painful. It might be tight. Generally it is because we don't do a lot here. So all I'm trying to do is straighten my elbow, see? And then I come back. And then if I want to, I can go to my fist after I've stretched through the forearm. So when you do it this way or this way, that's what you want to do there. So now that we're on all fours, we're going to take our leg back, take a big deep breath, and I'm going to bring my shoulders to my ears, and I'm going to bring my shoulders back. And you see, I'm on one knee and one toe. But I'm going to bring my shoulders to my ears, and then I'm going to drop my shoulders. Okay? Then I'm going to bring that knee in, and I'm going to open. And I'm going to open, and I'm going to open. Okay? Really get that shoulder down. Open. Keep your elbow bent just a tiny bit. Okay? Bring it back down. And I'm right here. Now I'm going to take the other leg back. So I've got one knee, toe. I'm going to bring the shoulders to the ears. And I'm going to bring the shoulders back. I'm going to keep my chin tucked. Big breath, shoulders to the ear. And then back down. After I've done that 2 or 3 times, here I go. I'm going to open, keeping that leg back there. And I'm going to open with my elbow soft. I'm going to point back with my elbow. Keep my chin tucked. Really pull that as open as you can. Take a big breath. Hold it for about 10 to 30 seconds. And then you're right back down here. Now we're going to push our hips to our heels. So this is the one that has really changed for me since I've had my knee replaced, because I cannot go back further because this knee is more tight. So you can motor around, you can walk like normal, everything. But when you go into certain moves, yeah, you notice it. Then I'm going to come from here and come back. I'm going to take a big deep breath, and I'm going to bring that foot right up here. See that? So you're going to go right from here. Now again, go to your fist if you need to. And you're going to bring the other leg right here. See that? Then you're going to come in, and you're going to do it again. See that? I want to go up like I'm going to plug the bottom of my foot up onto the ceiling, just like that. And then I just come in and I open to the side and I bring it back out. And if you feel a little crampy, just take your foot and go right back here. Don't do anything quick. Take a big deep breath. Come back. So this is excellent to help stability through your wrist, your upper body, gentle load, mobility. Yes. Take the other leg. Here we go. Bring it right up here like you're going to put it right up there on the ceiling. Bring her back down. Take her right back up. Drop your shoulders. Take it way up there. Come back down. One more time. Here we go. Right here. Boom. And right underneath. Then we put our toes back and down. See my toes? Yeah. So here I go. I'm going to tighten in. I'm going to drop my shoulders. And I'm going to act like I'm going to stand up. But don't. Because I want to really activate your core. So what you're going to do is push on your toes in that position. You're going to pull your belly button in, drop your shoulders, and you're going to take a breath, and you're going to take your knees off the floor, but you're going to hover. Take a breath, hover, take a breath, hover, and come down, and push back. Bring that hip back as far as you can, and reach your elbows up. Put your forehead on the ground. Take a big deep breath. Big deep breath. Yeah, way up over your head. Forehead to the floor. Then come back. And here we go. Are you ready? You're going to act like you're going to get up, but it's a fake out. Yes, it's a fake out. Because this is one of the best ways I know if you have a wonky back, to get your core going, to help everything, because you're not pushing it to a full extension on your legs. You're still getting plank benefit. Are you ready? Soften your elbows, drop your shoulders, take a breath, and take your knees off the ground and hover, 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 hover. Take a big breath. 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 And then push into the heels and stay way up with the butt. Then come right back down. Right back down. Keep your elbows soft. Take a big breath. Take a big breath. Take a big breath. Push. And come back down. Don't let your knees go to the ground. Soften your elbows. Breath, breath, breath. Now, walk yourself back. Put your elbows on your knees. Big breath. So you're equalizing. Then take just a minute. So equalize out. Take just a minute. Then come up. Take a breath, shake out, go toe, toe, heel, heel. Take those elbows, move back, move up, bring the hand here and all the way around. Bring the hand here and all the way around. So when you're trying to get your shoulder mobility back, putting body weight pressure on it like we did this morning on the floor and moving in some of those wide open ways, it's a big deal. Then you take your little bar and you come up as far as you feel you can. You go really wide and you bring this down and you open your palms out. Open your palms out. And then you come bend your elbows. And then come up. Can't do it all at once. Don't try to do this with a straight arm. If you have shoulder issues, you've got to regain your range of motion. So go carefully. So take a big breath. So I see I'm rocking from toes to heels. See my elbows are coming in, and I come up here. And most of you can go up here, but then when you start coming down here, we have a problem. We get stuck, and then we don't do anything else. Your shoulder has a huge range that it needs to function in. So elbows are bent if you're struggle with this, and bring that rod right down here. Now open and bring it down. See? Just bend your elbow a little bit. Take a big breath as you're coming in and up. Pretty soon you'll be able to do the whole thing with your arms open, but don't force it, okay? Take a big breath, drop your shoulders, drop your chin. You're gonna come up. You're gonna start to soften your elbow right here, okay? Your palms are right here, right open. See that? You're gonna bring them down. You're gonna go all the way down. Yeah, you can practice this with a towel. The dowel, though, is one of the best ways to do it. So you're gonna come from here, instead of going straight all the way up, you're gonna bend your elbows just a little bit to help yourself up and over and around. Why is this important? Because you want to dress your own self. How's that? Some of you may be struggling with this, but I'm telling you, this is the ticket to have your shoulder get its mobility range back. Okay, you do it with no weight. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm just resetting everything. Okay, then I'm gonna bring it right here, just like this, and just like this, and just like this, and just like this. That's all. A couple of times. So if you're not even able to go all the way down, that's okay. Just come from here, keep your elbows down, come here, and then come here. See, keep my elbows down. That's gonna help you open here. So if you have an extreme forward head problem, this one will be hard for you. You can't go all the way out right now, okay? So bring it back around. Single leg stances. Try to do a ton of these. Figure out through your day how you're gonna get in 3 to 5 minutes. Yeah, let me just give you that to shoot for. Use your pole if you need to, but if you don't need to, it's there, okay? Just maintain this. You don't have to do it all at once. Do it for 10 seconds. Do it for 20 seconds. Do it for 30 seconds. And get to where you're standing like this on one leg and then the other for a minute. The point is, you want to put your leg down when you want to put it down. Fight it, but then use this pole and regroup, and then get back in there. You're going to be better on one side than on the other. That's very normal, especially when you've had joint issues. This is an important move. Put your leg down when you want to put it down. Whether you choose 10 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute, but collectively through your day, get to where you're doing an accumulation of anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes doing a single leg stance. It's one of the hallmark moves to keep you from falling, to keep your independence. See that? Take a big deep breath. Yeah, your foot's going to be working all over the place. So I fell out of it that time. So see, if I don't want to fall out of it, use your pole, regroup. You put your foot down when you want to put it down. See, I caught myself there. Keep your leg up there. I hope this is going to give you, by taking the time to train you in single leg balancing, and always, your knee is never locked. It's always just a little bit soft. See that? But you keep this knee here, then you move it up to here. Keep your shoulders down, breathing through your nose. Have the pole when you need it. If you start drifting, Put the pole down, regroup, and stay in that single leg stance, okay? So that's how you do single leg standing. That will really benefit you. And you can find all kinds of stuff to occupy yourself while you're doing those single leg stances. Can't you? I know it. Okay, I'm gonna put that down. I'm gonna do pendulums, single split stance pendulums. See this? That is so helpful for your shoulders. Oh, I can't even tell you. This way, hip hinge, and then this way. Don't lift. You just let them pendulum swing. And then you come this way. And then you bring them open. And you bring them open. Keep your chin tucked. Knees are soft. Big breath through the nose. Yeah. And then you pendulum again. Free swing, and then a circles. Circles. Don't lift. Just let it free float. This is taking care of your shoulders, this kind of a thing. And always, always, always these. We're going to end with these. I know. So see, you don't have to go a certain speed. What you do have to do is a neutral stance, which means all four corners of your feet. Big breath through your nose, drop your shoulders. Thumbs are forward. I'm not bending my elbows. I'm not locking my knees. Got it? And the goal is always 30 forward, 30 backward. Now, usually when I'm talking, I'm not counting. I can hear Kathy in class right now. Keep going. Okay, I'm just going to say we're going to do 10 more. How's that? Okay, breath. See how my shoulders are down? See how my thumbs are pointing forward? Yeah, take a big breath.
32, 33.
Okay, bring them down. You already know how to do the pendulum. Do you see how I hip hinged and I came forward? See that? See that? Yeah, take a big deep breath. Then open wide and bring them back. Now you ready? Thumb was forward, okay? Get your stance. So this, you could do this single leg standing. 2 birds with 1 stone. Yeah, you can do that, but I want you to focus on your shoulders. Now the palms are up. We're gonna go out, okay? Some of you have a very hard time opening your palm. You're kind of doing this. So I'm gonna urge you to soften your elbow and to really turn that palm up. Then little by little, you'll be able to straighten it so you have a pretty straight arm as your thumbs are pointing backwards. Take a big breath, drop your shoulders. Yes. So this is where you start. When we get to 30 and we've done both positions and you're feeling it, you got to start doing these single leg stances and these, especially if you've had shoulder issues. This is where you start. You get to where you can do these pretty much daily, okay? Because we're not putting a lot of pressure here. We're just resetting the shoulder. Big breath through the nose. Okay. I'm just going to say we're 10 more.
31,
Oh, shoot.
32.
No, it can't be. You started before I did, Kathy. I know you did. Okay. Here's the deal. I did some very important moves to mobility today. On the floor, try to get your foot opened up with those, but shoulders. You got to move your shoulders. You want to fix your shoulder girdle, then you have to move all those 4 big muscle groups. that surround it at the same time. I hope you enjoyed it. Pick this one up for shoulders. Yeah.